Yeah, let's take it from where we left it. So basically, you and Alpheus took over. Continued from where Adnel left.
Yes.
And at some stage during my Motorola days, I realized that you had quite a very big team. Let's just remember those people that you worked with in the cooperative education department. And then I guess that is where you also came into contact with Saskia at that time of Alpheus, all right? Or it was even before then?
No.
Okay.
When we cooperative when industrializing office became cooperative education,
yes.
It is because of that body Saskia. Alpheus finds Saskia leaving.
I see.
So hence we change all I don't know in other universities what did they call this department, because in VUT it was industrializing, but they all became cooperative education department. That's when Saskia started. And then the department changed because of Saskia.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it was South African cooperative education, then the department called Cooperative Education Department.
I see.
Yes.
And so let's focus on you then. You moved from being an information coordinator to become the faculty officer.
Yes.
Let's talk about the role and the function of a faculty officer, because information coordinator is quite very clear, and you and I have shared with the listeners that did not take away the secretarial and functions that you were performing for the industrial liaison department.
Yes.
But then when you became a faculty officer, I guess somebody took over the role of information coordinator, right?
Yes.
And then what does it mean to become a faculty officer? What do you do as a faculty officer?
Marketing. That's where we started to go out and market our student to industry. That's where the relationship started. Although the relationship was still there, but it was not too many industry that were involved. So then we started to go out with this lady Dineo, and then get companies to take our student for work integrated learning. That time we were only concentrating on work integrated learning. It was experiential training.
Yes.
That time then it came in experiential learning. Yes.
So the industry understood what it meant bringing a student into the industry to learn on the job, to learn under their supervision. But when the concept of work integrated learning came in, was it the function of the faculty officers to induct the industry as well into the concept of will?
Yes. It was the duty of the faculty officer to do that. Some of industry, yes, they understood this process well, but some of them, it was a new concept, and then we needed to convince them to take the student, to take the students, and then, but long time ago, remember, there was no stipend attached to the students.
Yes.
So then the student understood as well that it's compulsory for them to do work integrated learning, whether they get payment or not. They were actually going, when you say, I found a company for you to do your experiential training, then they will then go and do it without any stipend attached to their...
What else did you guys do as faculty officers?
We were actually doing activities, a lot of activities. We were still doing campaigns for the students. We were doing exhibitions. We were, that one, we started it with Alpheus. Before he came, we were actually, when we were still faculty officers, yes, we were doing most of it. We were taking the student to industry. We were making appointment with industry.
So you did industry visits?
Yes, industry visits. And then we will then take the students and so that they may be able to learn what is happening in the real world of work. And then
when you invited me over to VUT as a head of HR for Motorola to come and talk about the Motorola and industry, what would you call that? When the industry itself is invited on campus to talk.
We were doing it's present. Remember, the motive for that was you to take the students, Motorola to take our student, but then he wanted you to do presentation for the students so that the student may also learn what is happening in the real world of work. But at the same time, the focus was we want Motorola to take our student for work integrated learning.
I see. So that was just the precursor to the main objective, main task, the act or program of bringing, getting students into Motorola.
Yes.
So that you still do today as well. Is that part of work readiness or what is it?
No, it's we do presentation on campus.
I see.
We will request the company if they want to do presentation, they come. Some of them, when they come, they do the same. They will request the student CVs, and then some of them they will say bring the CVs in advance, and then when we come and give we do presentation, we will interview the students same day, either before or after the presentation. So they will then do that, then they will source the student, but we're still doing that process of presentation on campus with the whole idea of that company will be interested taking our student for work integrated learning.
It is very interesting to hear you saying that you actually started a conversation with Alfie Maposa before even he came over. So he openly declared to you that he was interested in joining the department.
Definitely.
Did you know that he was going to become your boss?
I beg yours?
Did you know that he was going to become your boss?
Yes, I knew.
So you recruited your boss? Or you assisted your boss to join your department?
No, actually he came as a boss.
I know. But I'm saying that basically we can say that you actually helped recruit your boss.
Definitely, yes.
and you served him very well.
We were working, we have so many, we had a very good relationship with Alpheus.
Yes.
And we have differences. And you know what? He will tell you that sometimes I will say, am I not doing my job and whatever? Or he will call me and say, you know what, I was saying, if really they will say, who do I want to work with? I will say you, because you are straightforward. If you don't like something, you say it.
Yeah.
And then, regardless of our differences, I was respecting him as my line manager. That one, he knows that I will never, ever respect him at all.
Did he inspire you to want one day to become the the director as well? And did you know that it could happen this quick after he left? No,
I did not. If I want to be honest, you know what? As I'm saying that, remember, Alpheus can talk, and I'm this person who doesn't want to talk. So whenever he was talking, I was saying, you know what, I don't want to find myself in his position, because it's like he's doing the talking and talking and talking, So I never thought really I will be the Director of Cooperative Education, or maybe, he was inspiring me in a way that he could, Alpheus can network, if I want to tell, and he can bring business.
Yes. Now he did very well. I mean, it was because of him that...
Very well, I'm telling you. He actually brought even the company that we had, he was actually sustaining the relationship and getting more students to be placed on those company. He was, if he did marketing, really, I really don't know. Alpheus can market.
I think his lifestyle was just so perfect for this type of work.
And then to be in union as well, I think it really assisted him a lot because he was doing the talking every time. And then he's that kind of a person who likes to interact with other people.
So will you say that you there's a lot that you took from him that helped you when you became then the head of the cooperative education?
Yes, I will say that, really. I will say that, yes.
So now, you, I still remember when your job was advertised after Alfie Maposa had left.
Yes.
You acted, isn't it?
No, I was in Cape Town doing business, like recruiting companies for students. Then somebody was saying, do you know that you are acting as a director? I said, acting as a director. I'm in Cape Town. How can I act when I'm in Cape Town? And nobody told me that I'm acting.
Yeah.
And then I was coming back the following day. When I came back, he was not in the office.
Yes.
And then the following day when he came, he said to me, Law is calling, Professor Law is calling us to his office because he's leaving. And then we went. Then I was surprised.
Who is leaving? Alfie?
Yes. I was surprised to hear that I'm acting, really. And say, am I acting?
So who broke the news to you? Professor Law?
He actually said, Law is calling us because I'm leaving, so you have to act. Then I said, whoa, my word. What is he saying now? Then we went. Then I acted. He left in, I think, May. He was serving his 2012. May 2012, he was serving his notice.
Yes.
And then he left, I think, end of June. So we had the last employer function. Then he said, I want to be part of the last employer function. I said, sure. Then we did it together. Yes. And then I acted from 2012 May while he was still serving his notice. And then they advertised the work, I think it was 2013.
Yes.
Jan, yes. Or Feb, somewhere there. It was quick, And I did not even want to apply. I submitted my application last day of the application at 12 o'clock.
To be considered for the director position.
I beg yours?
To be considered as a fully appointed Director of Cooperative Education. Yes,
they advertised the position anyway. And I think it was it external? Yes, it was an external advertisement. And then I did not want to apply. They kept on saying, apply. I said, no, I don't want to be there. I'm not going to apply. Then Friday, last day, I applied. Then I submitted my application. That's when we went through the processes. He was gone that time. Yes.
And then the acting was for how long?
From May 2012 to January, I think, 2013.
I see.
Yes.
That gave you good time to sense it. And how did you feel? Did you gain more and more confidence as you were acting?
I had my chance now to do what I wanted that I couldn't do when Alpheus was there. The first thing that I did, I said, we were actually trying to get the sitters on board.
Yes.
Alpheus, we couldn't, and then we got to one. There was a lot of admin. Then we were discouraged and say, the admin is just too much. We can't cope and whatever. Then I said, you know what? Now I'm going to do what I want, and my passion is to get stipend for the students so that we can get more places to place the student for work integrated learning, as well as internship.
Yes.
Then I started to make calls to.
By the way, he left straight from VUT to football, Kaiser Chiefs. Eh?
Yes.
So I guess he got so busy that you didn't even have much time to reach out to him whenever you were stuck with something. Oh.
Because I was long in cooperative education, I don't remember myself studying. Okay. All what I was doing, I was actually doing. What I did is I said, let's go to strategic planning.
Yes.
Then as we go there, I said, let's use the three metaphors, the robot one. There are some activities that I want to track that I see they are duplicating each other.
Yes.
So then I was like checking and putting some of the things, checking and doing this, we keep this, we check, we add this.
Mm-hmm.
So then we did that, and then I was like running,
And tell me, how did the colleagues receive you as their new boss? It's always very difficult from being a colleague and then you become a boss.
They were so happy. It was not difficult. To them, it was a blessing. They were saying, if they don't take you, we all resign. Remember that those colleagues, Alpheus found them there.
Yes.
Yes. So they were working with me before he came.
Yes.
And then even during his time. Yes. And then when he left, they felt that, we definitely going to do it if they don't consider you in this position.
Give Priscilla Lena.
And what?
It was Priscilla, Lena, Tate Mavelane. Eh? Carlene, yes, Carlene. Yes. Mr. Mavelane, Edwin, he was also there from the beginning, or he came maybe?
He was a student. He was my student in training as well. But then he left, and then during his time of training, there was this project of Umsobomvu. So they were assisting Alpheus to run that project. And then he left. So I saw him back because he was a very potential employee of VUT, really, if I may say, because he was a hard worker as well.
And very, very focused and calm.
Yes, very focused and very supportive. And, you will never hear him complain of any colleagues, He is so good. He's very good.
Yeah. So, you guys have a very good model of getting students in there. I mean, look what you have made of progress. I mean, you know where he is now, Yeah, in fact, we had a radio talk with him, and it's like to him, you know what? Really, VUT really built you. But like you are saying, he brought himself fully into the department as well.
Definitely, he was very much helpful. He was far away, but whenever we have activity, remember I was running the promotions as well.
Yes.
So then any promotion that comes from companies, I was doing it.
Yes. And then, he became your PR.
Yes, and then project was just assisting. Assisting when we've got promotion and progress will be there, assisting. Then I said, whoa, he's so passionate, And then he actually built himself, if I want to be honest, because of the way he is. Or the way he was.
Now let's come back. We last left the issue of your education at BTech.
Yes.
but I know you continued studying. What did you study further after BTech?
I studied with Northwest University, and I was doing a Master of Commerce in Business Management.
Master of Commerce in Business Management. Which campus?
Our Fanabeli campus.
Oh, okay.
Our Vaal campus.
Yes. So you felt that you needed to do something. Or VUT doesn't offer masters, ne?
It was MTech.
Oh, I see. Okay,
yes.
So you decided to go for MCOM.
Yes.
In business management.
In business management, yes.
And what subjects did you focus on there?
I was doing full dissertation and advanced business management.
Yes.
Yes, with full dissertation.
And this is very interesting. And how did you experience it? I mean, one who is inclined to say that you didn't go into the industry, and where the interest in business management came from.
Okay. I told myself, Brasem, that I don't want to follow a straight line career.
Yes.
And then I was telling myself that I really don't want to do marketing, diploma, BTech, or honors or masters marketing. No, I don't want to be straight like that. I also want to learn some of the things, that we built on marketing that I did. So then let me chip in business management.
Yes.
Because it's related to marketing anyway.
Yes.
Yes, some of the subjects, if you look at it from the degree, before you can do your honors and masters, the element of business and marketing is there. So then I did marketing.
When did you do that?
What?
The MCOM.
Northwest University.
I mean, when?
When?
Yes.
I graduated 2012. I did it 2010. I did not have 2010 years. I did not have a supervisor for the whole year. It was, I can really relate stories about my career.
Yeah.
Everything that I was doing, it was really, there were so many obstacles. I registered and I stayed a year without having any supervisor. So the following year, they actually assigned a supervisor for me that we moved for a year and 6 months. Then I was submitting and completing and doing all those things up until I graduated in October 2012. Yes.
And but did you enjoy your studies?
A lot. It was my first time to do dissertation. Then I was like saying, a person can write a chapters. I did not, So how am I going to make chapters and whatever? Then as I was like going, I say, interesting. You can make your own chapters. So then it was really interesting. Yes.
Wow. So the fact that you had not worked in the industry at this level did not really present problems for you. So you were looking at the cooperative education as your own business.
Yes. At all, I thought, you know what, I'm working in VUT, I did marketing, and then business management will never be an obstacle. It will run smooth when I do it. It doesn't want me to go to any industry, maybe to do business or to think of to be in business-related company. Then I just did it. And then, my passion was in service delivery. Yes.
I mean, you are made in that, and you contributed to the making of the VUT cooperative education, And I guess you have your peers in the universities of technologies that you interacted with. I mean, I remember quite a number of them from many other universities. But I mean, this is you regard yourself, or we will regard you as one of the very few. I mean, it sounds like there's many of you, but I was counting the other day. It's not many of you who are directors of cooperative education. In fact, we can count you. I mean, how many universities of technology do we have in South Africa?
We've got 5, I think.
And each one of them has got somebody like you as a cooperative education director, and that's it.
Yes, they do.
If you go, if you bring UNISA, we have Musima there.
Yes.
VUT, University of Johannesburg, we have, is Rolin head of the Cooperative Education Department?
Not really. I think he's actually striving to be one, but then he actually did a lot of work in terms of, remember Suzanne Taylor was the one.
Oh yes, the late Suzanne Taylor was
the late Suzanne Taylor was the one, but then Rolin's passion was also there. Then she could assist Suzanne Taylor.
She's more on the she does more research, no?
Yes, hopefully as time goes on, maybe she will be able to run.
Yes. Yeah. So I think when one speak to you guys, I've spoken to Dr. Nofamela.
Yes.
And then I spoke to Shakil at DUT. Nofamela, she's at the MUT, and then it's yourself at VUT. I haven't spoken to Ndate Mutaung at TUT.
Yes.
And then who is at the Peninsula Technicon? Is the former president of SASKI?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's like Prophet Nanduna is doing it, but Kaba was doing it. I'm not sure because you remember that he was in and out hospital.
Yes, he wasn't well.
I don't know whether he's still doing that rough work, you know.
Mm. But in the point I want to bring home is it's for people out there, it may sound like there's many of you in the country, but there's not many. No. So one should not take this very lightly. And what impresses me is almost all of you, I mean, you've taken this to the very highest level in terms of your studies. You don't sit and just do the work, but you actually taking it far to your PhD level, and then we're going to talk about your studies in PhD now. And that for me is it's very inspiring, because that's how I think you will multiply the knowledge in running cooperative education, because it's not an easy job, yeah?
I just wanted to say that, Brasem, to say to you that, working in cooperative education is not an easy job. I just want to tell you, so one day me and Fundi, we were talking and say, you know what, if we joined this department at this level long time ago, we should have been so fed, because nowadays it's a lot of things that we are involved with. It's not easy at all. It's not.
It's quite challenging, but the fact that you take your education further, it means that the combination of industry and education will always be defining the work of a co-op.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think let's talk about when did you decide that you are not going to end up with masters, you're going to take your PhD. I'm inclined to title this talk from reception to the Cooperative Education Director to PhD, because I just want to inspire people out there. From your journey has been quite a long one.
Yes.
When did you decide that you want to roof it up with a PhD, and what is your thesis going to be on?
Okay. I decided to take a break after my master's, and But I told myself that I am going to do my PhD.
Mm.
And I was thinking, do I have to do PhD in business management? I said, no. I think I need to learn governance.
Yes.
So then I said, it's so important. There's somebody who's actually, from quite a long time, inspired me regarding the governance issues.
Yes.
Ready.
Yes.
Whenever
the former CEO of the IPM.
Yes. Whenever he's talking about governance, you can see how important governance is in our daily lives.
Mm.
So then I told myself that, okay, let me do a PhD, but then I decided to do postgraduate diploma in higher education before.
Yes.
I said, I'm in a space whereby we are talking about education. Mm. And then as a person, I did not actually do, I'm not an educator. I did not do any education. Then I did a postgraduate diploma in higher education.
Yes.
I think it was 2006. No, 2016.
Yes.
So
where did you do that?
VUT.
Okay.
Yes.
So it was 1 year diploma.
It was 2 years, but then if you wanted to take it for a year, you could. And I did that with other people. Mm. And then we were saying, 1 year will be enough, but I've never seen a difficult course like that. And I was saying, even my master's was very better, was very, very, this one. And so then
you overloaded yourself.
Yes, definitely. And as I was doing it, immediately when I enrolled for the postgraduate diploma in higher education, I received a scholarship. Mm. So then...
From who?
From UJ.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it is. And then I received the scholarship. Then I said, oh my word, how am I going to do this postgraduate diploma in higher education and this scholarship? Actually, I did not want to do this scholarship. Why did they choose me? Because the university sent the names to, I think, Heltasa.
Yes.
Yes, they were in partnership with UJ for this fellowship program.
Yes.
So then I received that fellowship. Then I was saying, then they selected me. We were five.
It was a scholarship to study what?
Yes, to a fellowship program.
Uh-huh. Oh, I see.
Yes, a scholarship for a fellowship program.
Oh, I see, for a fellowship program at UJ.
They chose. Yes, It was actually Heltasa and UJ. They partnered for that scholarship or fellowship, but the program was actually managed by UJ.
Okay.
So then I was saying, okay, now that I have two, and here is that, let me leave. Okay, Brasem, what happened is, again, I actually registered for PhD in 2015. Yes. And I quitted at the end of the year because same thing happened. I never had the supervisor. So the same thing happened. Then I quitted. I went to a postgraduate diploma with VUT, and then I received the scholarship, and then I did them both. And then 2017, that's when I went back again to say at the end, let me start my PhD, because now I completed the fellowship program. It was a year as well. The postgraduate diploma in higher education. I completed them, and then I was certified as a teaching advancement universities fellow. And then I'm a Soilo now. Yes, and then I did my PhD. What prompted me to do PhD, actually, I wanted to I've got 2 children.
Yes.
So then one is a bit lazy to study, one can study. So I wanted to motivate this one who is so intelligent, but he is like, dragging. Then I said, I'm going to do
You wanted to
PhD.
challenge. You wanted to challenge him.
Yes, I wanted to challenge them. At the same time, I wanted to say from Molamu's family and Moletsane's family, I want to be a doctor or philosopher, and then and I'm doing it for both families.
Wow.
And I'm also doing for my progression as well, so that I can, and my advancement as well. So I did it.
Wow.
And then I stayed a year, and then I quitted. I came back again, but I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now I'm really progressing.
You are almost left with your thesis now.
If it wasn't the COVID, I was definitely going to complete December this year.
Yeah.
But then I was challenged of what I'm actually investigating, because they stopped me for a while. They have their own internal processes and issues.
Yes.
So they said, stop a little bit, let us deal with our internal issues, and then we will tell you when you can actually go ahead.
Who are those?
With your study. SAA.
Oh, I see. So that you are going to do your studies based on their governance.
Yes, I'm doing my topic actually is a model of privatization of the state-owned enterprises, a case of SAA. Yes. So then I chose SAA.
Yes.
To develop a model for them, but then, unfortunately, it came at the wrong time whereby they have challenges.
Yes.
So they are dealing with their challenges. They said when they are done, they will then be able to say, okay, Annie, you can carry on, because there are staff members who are no longer going to be part. There are those who will still be part, but they cannot allow me to do the study.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So, but you can do this with any other state-owned enterprise, right? Have you written to others?
No, but I cannot start a new proposal. Remember, it was accepted by Northwest University.
I see.
And then I'm doing it I did not say this. I wanted to say why I was interested in governance. Hence, I am doing this PhD in the School of Public Management and Governance.
Okay.
So then, yes, as I'm saying that, I'm interested in service quality, service delivery, and all those things. And then I said, let me deviate a little bit and do the issues of governance and learn more. Yes.
And your PhD is with the Northwest University, no?
Yes, it's with Northwest University.
Beautiful. Sure. Yeah. People will probably ask, where do you get this energy, the strength, the drive, the desire? Where do you get it from?
God is good all the time, Brasem. And when you ask wisdom and strength, actually he provides.
Yes.
So then, if it wasn't my prayers, there will be no strength, there will be no desire, there will be nothing. But because I told myself that I want to achieve, and really, when you are a person, you have to set yourself goals. So then it's one of my goals that I set it to say, I want to do this no matter how tough it is, and then no matter how it is, But this is the goal that I want to achieve. When I'm going to achieve it, only God knows, but I'm going to persevere achieving this goal.
Yes.
Yes.
And we are now just close to calling you Dr. Annie Moletsane.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure the family can. I'm sure the family can't wait for that title to sit on you.
That's my daughter will ask me, where do you get this strength? My son as well.
Yes.
Where do you get the strength?
Yeah.
No, I have to make sure that I study. I said at least I did something.
Yes.
Because he is so intelligent, and then he's working in and then do your honors and whatever. So then he's actually going to study next year. And then my daughter is also studying, but she always asks me, where do you get the strength? I said, you know what? I have to motivate you guys. And God is giving me strength.
And I think you're motivating more than just them as your family, but you're motivating many people out there that know you and that have seen you growing in your career and your profession. So it's really quite inspiring. And I think within 1 month I've spoken to you, I've spoken to Musima, and I've spoken to Fundiso. So all the three of you are in cooperative education. All the three of you have gone for PhD. I mean, and it is incredible. I mean, this is beautiful for the country, and this is a good story.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, but it's doable. It's doable, and I think, as you said,
yes, it's doable.
One must set himself or herself a goal and pursue that goal. And I guess you have just your journey has just demonstrated that it is not about the speed. It's about taking time.
It's not about the speed.
Yes.
That's how I am, Brasem. Whatever I do, I don't rush. I don't compete. That's how I am.
Yes.
I take my own time because I know my situation, and then I know that when I set this goal, surely I'm going to achieve it when it's not a question, but I'm going to achieve.
That's a good advice. I think many times people allow themselves to be pressured by whatever, and then the whole journey doesn't become enjoyable, and you can actually.
Actually, I should have quitted long time ago this PhD. If really I was like a person who's competing and getting, pressurizing myself and whatever, I should have actually quitted. I quitted, I stepped back, then I said, but even if I quitted, I'm doing something. I did something. Yes. And then I came back again and said, let me finalize this. Let me start this and complete it. This is the goal that I've set it for myself, and then let me just complete it.
Beautiful. Now, where's the journey heading to from here onward?
Hey, Brasem, the journey is heading to be a better person in cooperative education who can actually publicize all the work that we are doing in cooperative education, to write journal articles, and then, to write some chapters in books, and then I will have enough time when I completed this.
Wow. Beautiful. But they say that the plans are ours, but the one who drives them is the Almighty.
Yes, of course.
I'm sure he has got bigger plans for you than you have articulated.
I do, because I've got too many things not really too many things, two things. One is my passion, and one is my calling.
Yes.
That is something that I want to do.
Yes, let's hear them.
Okay. My passion is to see to it that most of our students get placed and they become better people. They become employed. When I place one student, I say, wow, at least I made one difference to these young people. So the reason why I've been stuck actually in this department is the passion that I have. So then it's the passion that is driving me to assist the students. Yes, and then the one that I'm saying is a calling. It's the one that I'm doing at an ad hoc basis.
Yes.
Not during my working time. The one that I'm doing alone to feed the need. To feed the needy people. Yes. Then that is what I actually want to do in future to make it formal. Actually, I do it, but at an ad hoc, whereby I will register some of these VUT students who want to do work integrated learning and not having money. I will then pay for their registration for work integrated learning because they pay because work integrated learning is a module like any other modules. So then I will pay, and then whoever who is going to graduate who doesn't have an outfit, I will say go and find outfit that you like, then I will actually buy it for them. Whoever who's standing in the street begging for food, I will then make some parcels, buy and give those people month end, like it's month end like now. Then I have to do them. Then I have to deliver them weekend. It is gonna be my busy weekend because I'm late. I was supposed to do them last week. I'm going to do them this week because I had too many things at work last week. I couldn't actually go and do my own things. So then I'm going to feed them wherever they are. And every little corner they are, and then I just give them food.
And this is in the Vaal area.
Yes, in the Vaal area.
Amen to that.
Yeah, in the Vaal area.
Wow, I can feel how this touches you as you speak about it even now.
It's really touching me. Sometimes I say, if I had money, I was definitely going to do more than I'm doing because currently I don't have any source of income. I'm using my own bread and butter for my students to do all this. Yes, but I like because they understand, Brasen. They understand.
Beautiful.
Long time ago, they were not understanding. Why am you do this one? Oh, now they will say, when they ask something, then I say, I don't have, I have to do 1, 2, 3 for other people or other children. They say, okay, do it, you will see us next month. At least we've got something to eat.
Wow, beautiful.
So they're so understanding, I like the way they are. Sometimes they are the one who reminds me, don't forget it, month end, you have to do 1, 2, 3.
Beautiful. Great stuff. I'm sure God will multiply your efforts.
Okay.
Yeah, wow. What a journey. Thank you so much
Thank you very much
for sharing with us. Any last remarks and how do people get a hold of you?
I beg your pardon?
Any last remarks and how do the listeners get a hold of you?
Okay, I just want to say, if you, to all the listeners that hardworking, when you work hard, you don't need to be intelligent. You need to work hard. And you need to set yourself goals so that you can achieve them. By achieving them is to work hard. So I also want to say to all women, because this is the last day of Women's Month, I just want to say, I know that we are going through difficulties every time, and some of us, you will see our faces, And some of us, we are like, you will see how down we become. But I'm saying women are so strong that even when they go through difficulties, they always smile. So I'm saying keep on smiling, woman. Keep on smiling even if the going gets tough. It's not the end of the world. Through the tunnel, we don't stay. And then we always see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Beautiful words. Thank you so much. And how did they get hold of you?
Sorry, I did not get that.
How did they get hold of you?
Oh, should I give the work context or
any number you are comfortable with for whatever reason, based on whatever you have discussed in the show.
Okay.
But we can give them both work and private. It's up to you.
Yes, they can reach me on my email address. It's Annie, ANNIE @vut.ac.za. And my contact, should I repeat it?
Yes.
Annie, ANNIE @vut.ac.za. And my contact cell number is 083-626-1395.
Beautiful. And I guess there will definitely be people who want to replicate some of the good work that you do in terms of feeding the people, advising the students. But they know if they come to the VUT campus at Vaal, which building do they come to be in touch with the Cooperative Education Department? Which building?
You are breaking now, Brasem. I don't know what is happening.
Yeah, which building on campus are you located?
We are situated at N block, N for Nelly. N 100 is the first floor. The first floor of N block. Yes, N 100 is our entrance.
I see.
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. We really appreciate your time. It has been wonderful, very educational, informative, motivating, and challenging to those who still think they can just sit and do nothing. Your life story has really challenged, but it's beautiful. From receptionist to the Director of Cooperative Education and PhD student focusing on issues of governance, you have demonstrated that where there is a will, there is a way.
Yes.
Beautiful stuff.
Thank you very much, Brasem. Thank you very much as well to invite me to have a talk with your stakeholders. So that they may know that it's not easy for everyone.
Beautiful.
Yes, it's very difficult, but you have to persevere.
Absolutely. Beautiful indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our guest, Annie Moletsane, the Director of Cooperative Education at the Vaal University of Technology. Thank you very much for tuning in. We look forward to welcoming you at our next broadcast. Once again, my name is Sam Zimmer. I'm the CEO and Executive Business Coach at Commerza GOC International. Check our website, www.commerza-goc.com. You are also encouraged to consider being our member of Commerza Friends and Supporters Club, NPO. And the application can be done fully online at www.commerzaclub.africa. For now, we say goodbye, take care, and be safe.